Alrighty. We are live on YouTube, live on Twitch. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Daily Peak. I was talking politics on a vintage story server just like a minute ago. Yeah. I'm also debating learning how to make vintage story mods, because I'm insane. For the sole purpose of making like a Bronze Age expansion for Combat Overhaul. My main thing is I want to figure out how to, like, I would like to look into the metallurgy of bronze versus iron and see if there are any advantages that bronze legitimately has over iron. Because I think it would be neat if, iron remains like the very hardy protective situation, but maybe bronze equipment, you start making it with more pelts, more hides, and you keep it a little lighter, easier to heal in. So it's like, yeah, iron locks you down like a tank. Iron and steel, but yeah. Anyway, I was thinking of cracking Blockbench open again sometime in the near future to see if I can model something out. And they have a whole modding guide on the Vintage Story Wiki, like the official one. So we'll see. We'll see if I manage something like that. I'm vibing. I'm vibing. It's alright. I'm zoning out. I got bagel with mozzarella on it, and the new flavor that I got in my last shipment of energy drinks. Strawberry pop. Which I love. I'm very happy to have back in my life again. Whew. Alright. I am gonna go ahead and take my meds. If you guys have morning meds to take and you are yet to do so, I advise you take those now. Oh, my mouth is dry. My lips, I haven't had enough water recently, apparently. Because that stuck to the roof of my mouth immediately. Alright. Anyway, let's go ahead and boot up the game. Ooh, okay. But real quick, I'm looking at the patch notes. Oh, Peak got nominated for Best Multiplayer in the Game Awards, apparently. Okay. Tropics are back in rotations. and there is a new map rotation algorithm instead of just swapping between Mesa and Alpine every other day. The map cannot be the same configuration 2 days in a row. You will not see the same biome 3 days in a row. And the Roots biome now has variant. So sometimes the tropics is freaky and full of more bombs than usual. They did a pass like that for the Roots. Which is terrifying. Yeah, okay. Beetles knock you less far and put you in a ragdoll state for less time. Which... thank the gods. But sadly, fortified milk has gone from uncommon to rare. And yeah, they're freaking out about the Game Awards over here. Alright, let's boot up. The thing. I'm very all here. I'm incredibly here and present in the moment. Yeah, I mostly keep busy on, like, weekends and Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's where I keep most of my busy. I don't know why I picked this back up. Oh, it bounced off the invisible wall. Hold on. That's kind of funny. So yeah, I have the fun situation of being semi-consistently available every other day, and whenever I can get away with it on weekends. I love that it just dinks off the fucking invisible wall. Okay. Up to Ascent 7. I'll say, as of yesterday, I nixed the no farming rule for my faction in that Vintage Story server I mentioned. Because I realized that things are consistently enough unstable in the, like, spawn region that it would probably be better to have a personal food supply than not. Because I don't want to get stuck in a situation where it's like, yeah, one guy's been doing all the farming in neighboring kingdom. And he's had a week-long vacation, and now people are worried about a famine. Or at the very least, I'm worried about a famine. Call Me Max is an essential fixture of this server. Homesteader savant. That kind of thing. But yeah. As far as I can tell, that was like the main guy doing all of the farming in Yalakia. And they had, like, hey, I'm doing finals right now, I'm gonna take a week off, and I immediately had, like, a oh shit reaction. And that's why there are now greenhouses in my faction base. Just the two. They're pretty small. I'm not planning on doing any large-scale farming, because I still want to motivate trade. But yeah, as the faction grows, I would like to become famine-proof. And, you know, suitably communist. So I can be true to the fact that I'm like a beacon of stability on the spawn continent. At least ideally. I'm doing good on the bonus stamina right now, jeez. That looks like a good way to go. Eepy. The fog rises. The EP rises. I don't know why I said it like that. Anyway. Out here power leveling my charisma skills by being bad at live streaming and running a guild in a vintage story server. Look, I'm leveling it as hard as I'm able. I'm doing a lot of interfacing with strangers that I don't ordinarily do. I have made friends. It's fucking weird. I'm not supposed to be able to do that. I can't believe it. This goes against my self-perception of being fucking worthless, because apparently I'm actually really good at doing some like basic socializing charisma shit. A pretty good pace today. Not to toot my own horn, but I feel like I'm doing a good job. I'm doing good at fucking peeking. I am still deeply curious how difficult it would be to make a mod for Vintage Story, though. Because Bronze Age Armory does sound really cool. And I like the idea of making custom tweaks to the Combat Overhaul mod to optimize it a bit more like how I think it should be optimized. I'm not even, like, about to die of the frost. How long has it been? 14 minutes? That's a 10-minute, shore. Hell yeah. Oh, hey. Nope. Okay. Very close to a cold-based demise, but I didn't die. Yay! The tropics is back. I missed you. My baby. I feel like now that they rotate out with just anything, I'm gonna have a lot more affection for the Tropics. Yeah. I'm gonna take the big lollipop out of my bag, stash the hot dog just in case I find 2 more hot dogs on the route and get the chance to get the hot dog eating badge. And like a beer hat or whatever it is. Any food in the immediate vicinity? Doesn't look like it. I can hear my dog freaking out in the background. I want to get a set of, like, closed back headphones. That sounds like a good idea. You know, I think learning to pickpocket could be fun. I don't really want to steal things from people. I just want to do it for the love of the game. Which I think means that I want to learn close-up magic. Like, actually. I don't know. I like the idea of having fast hands. Just in general. Solid manual dexterity. It's one of those, like... I don't know, I do a lot of typing already. I think it is cool to type fast. And that has, that also extends to my opinions about, like, I don't know, picking shit up. That's the worst way to phrase it. Yeah, I have opinions about picking things up. Fucking wild. No. At least it's not blowing me sideways off the cliff, I guess, but... it's a little... rains for a while and it's like, oh well, it's a chance to stop and look at the scenery. Oh. Hold on. I'm not getting sleepy? Is it a bug? Is that a bug in the most recent patch? Just sleepy doesn't activate? Because that's supposed to make me sleepy. Huh. Well, that's not ideal. I mean, if I was, doing more exploitation than anything, but I like to play games with their, like, I don't know, not necessarily intended difficulty, but I like to do the challenge bit. What made it so I didn't get sleepy there? I do enough game design that I'm like, oh, huh, that's like an unintended issue here. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh yeah, there's the sausage there. I didn't see it. I'm just gonna carry this a while. Because we're gonna hit the cold soon. Wow. 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 Yeah, not really a good place to throw this from here. Wow. Well, if it fell down, it looks like it fell down on the other side, so... There's a chance. Hey! Hell yeah. So, I read somewhere that you could cook the poison out of berries now. And I'm tempted to try. By just, like, getting one of these pink berry names. Like, what happens from there, you know? I've got too much shit in my inventory. Oh. That's not what I meant to do. Ugh. You can tell by my Midwestern vowel there, like... God damn it. There we go. I just want to test out this one thing, jeez. Alright, cooked pink berry nana. I've eaten it. I'm not poisoned. Hell yeah. That's cool. I like being able to cook the berries, even though the mushrooms stay poisonous when cooked. Like, it's a nice... Yeah. if nothing else, I'm gonna feel better when I get, like, poison berries up by the campfire, you know? That looks easily accessible. Ow. Ow. Oh! Well, I mean... Don't mind if I do? Oh. Okay, well, there goes that. Of getting stuck in the floor a little bit. Hey, you are indeed first. Don't love when the first message comes from someone just shouting first, but you did do it. I gotta give you that much. Ooh, this feels like a bad idea. That worked out better than I thought it would. Thank you. I think I'm like, you know, above average, definitely. Sorry, I'm trying to undercut the compliment. Thank you. I appreciate it. Please, I have therapy later. Therapist will be on my ass about that. Take a big bite of my bagel. I think it's pretty good. It's definitely better as a multiplayer experience than a solo one. I'm the kind of weirdo that finds this shit meditative. Like, this is a relaxation thing for me. And other people being around interferes with that for me personally. Which is why I do all these solo runs. Oh. I got fucking farted on. God damn it. Another use of the cure-all, I guess. don't like using it just as an antidote, but... Run from the toxic, I do my best. You know, in gamer communities, sometimes it's real hard to run from the toxic. Sometimes you don't even notice it seeping in. What am I talking about? Ow. Oh, fuck. Ow. It sounds like I'm gonna fucking pull out a ukulele, start singing Toxic Gossip Train or some shit. That's 2 fucking kingberries right there. Oh, damn. Because they're resetting 2025 memes? What does that mean? Resting? I have no idea what you could be meaning by that. God, don't roll away from me like that. Mesa! Nice. I'm pretty damn good at Mesa. This'll be a piece of cake. Build up on bonus. Don't really need the cooked green here, but, you know. I'll have it. I can see the top of the mountain, this next bit of mountain, much more clearly than I'd like to. Are you charging right for me? Rude. Like, that's definitely targeted. I can't quite tell if that's a mirage or not. Thinking not? I don't know. They must have fixed the grass spawning on top of the fucking palm trees, so... Hey, bud. Ayo. What? Just got me upside the head with that? Rude. Ow, 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 ow. God damn it. Fuck. I haven't had practice recently. You guys have seen every moment of this game I have played. Fuck me. God damn it. What was that even? Did you hear how much I was struggling to drink from the cure-all? Oh, fuck you. Okay. Scout Cannon is for speedrunning. Yep. You got it, man. You're... yeah. They did do a bunch of, like, overhaul things to it. So it's, like, a little easier to use now. Notably, they, made it so it weighs less in your inventory. It's down from, like, 4 to 3 or something. Or maybe, like, 5 to 4. I don't know. I didn't memorize the patch notes, but... it's cool to see. I would like more excuses to use that thing. Because, like, as far as I can tell, it's mostly just a death sentence. Like, I don't think I've really had a good ending to most of my Scout Cannon uses. Though I do remember way back when the Scout Cannon consistently launched you like really far when you put an item under you. They fixed that with everything but backpacks, if I remember. So now you have to give up a backpack to do a biome skip. Ow. Fuck me. And that's per player, so. But yeah. I just remember one of my most notable Scout Cannon uses being hurling me directly into a wall. then killing me upon landing, because it wasn't like a biome skip, it just killed me. Oh, okay. God damn it. More health damage than I really want to be taking. Bandage? No. Sports drink would be nice. Bandage. Fucking scout cannon. Alright, well. I was just talking about it. Oh, I forgot to set the fuse. Oh. What the fuck? Is that because I was holding onto it on accident? I can guarantee to you guys, I was not intending to go fucking sideways in the thing. I'm realizing I've never tested aloe vera on cold. I don't think it does anything. But, like, it might do something. Because it relieves a temperature-based effect. And it depends entirely on how it does that. Because I'm in the position of like, oh, does it... Like, is the instrument by which it does that removing heat, or removing temperature, or adding cold? Because those are all different things. Because if you're removing heat specifically, then that is, you know, it just cancels out a certain amount of the temperature damage known as heat. But you could also do it by adding cold. And that would be... I mean, that's how you do it with a lot of heat items. Like, if I remember, Lantern is remove cold, but it is not add heat. Because you don't start taking heat damage when the cold's gone. And I guess aloe vera doesn't make you take cold damage if you only use it on a little bit of heat. So it's probably just remove heat. But there's an off chance. An off chance of an off chance. That it's just remove temperature. I don't know, I need to do more concrete game design stuff. Especially because college won't answer my goddamn emails. The motherfuckers. Oh, hey bud. You love an edible bing bong. Mushrooms don't stop being poisonous when cooked. Sadly. That's not a bean. That is a dynamite. I thought that was a magic bean. Alright. See you, Khalifa World. Usually have died by now, so I'm doing pretty solid. I was hoping to get back to Vintage Story pretty soon, because I'm working on a channel there. Like the terraforming kind, not like a Discord channel. I'm trying to connect the North and South Seas using a giant like canal, basically. And I think it's a good idea, definitely. Okay, thank you, Dynamite. Why am I still taking heat? My head, isn't it? It's my fucking head. Okay. Ooh, lovely. Give me a heart attack. Jeez. Just gonna play dead for a minute. My big ass scout head is in the sun. My giant scout orb. I love seeing the scorpions go fucking flying. That, to me, that is the funniest shit in the world. I love it. Alright, Rescue Claw. Hell yeah. I need to move an unconscious player 30 meters with a Rescue Claw. That's one of the, like, accolades you can get. That's... Pull an unconscious friend 30 meters with the Rescue Claw. They have to be unconscious, sadly. It's not just pull a friend, it's... And it doesn't work on zombies, I checked. Zombies do not count as unconscious, or at least not while they're walking around. I haven't tested trying to move zombies with the Rescue Claw before they've woken up. That might get you the achievement. I don't know, I'm looking through a lot of these and trying to see if there are equivalents to get them in single player, because if there are, I would like to do that on this series. Given the point of it. That may have been a bad move, now that I think about it. Well, that worked out better than I thought it would, actually. Wait. Hi. Oh, I can see the chat. I just need to, like, look at it, and my microphone's kinda in the way sometimes. Howdy, Linnea Maeve? Linnea Maeve? That feels right. I'm gonna say it like that unless you correct me. Yeah, I've got both my Twitch and YouTube chat turn up in that box there. Call you Maeve. Okay, cool. That's a lot easier. Yeah, howdy. Love to see new faces around here. Oh gods, I hope I didn't accidentally, like, self-promote on the fucking Vintage Story server, huh? Because I did just say, oh, I've got to do my daily live stream and then hop out of the chat, basically. I don't think there are anti-self-promotion rules, but I'd prefer not to, you know, be the reason they exist, is the thing. How's the game so far? It's going great, actually. Like, a lot better than usual. I think, I've got more of a pattern with the, tropics, and that's what it was today. It'll be different in a few hours, but, you know. So I was able to get through that no problem. I got through the shore in record time, basically. So I get through this, y'all can't see because my Spotify thing covers it, but I am in Ascent 7 at the moment. Do I play any other games on stream? I'm considering it. At the moment, I am doing the Daily Peak mostly to, like, rid myself of a fear of, like, making bad things. Which is why I stick to the rules so hard. Because the rules say stream ends when I die. Ah, shit. And that does mean I've put out several, like, 10-minute long streams. So we're gonna see if I decide to do other stuff. I might decide to start streaming Mound Makers, which is the Vintage Story server I've been playing on. I mean, I've got, like, an audience, but I don't think, you know. Like, I'm probably not gonna bring renown to the Mound Makers by doing it, so it'd just be for me. My most favorite game I play... That is a complicated question you have asked me, Maeve. Hi, I got a degree in game design. How are you? So in terms of, like, my favorite game as, like, a narrative experience, like, as it interweaves with, fucking the mechanics and everything, plays with your expectations as a game. Disco Elysium is one of the best games I have ever played. I have only completed it once, though, because it's not something that I go back to for replayability. We can also head over to the pick that I have the most hours in, which is RimWorld. Disco Elysium is an isometric, like, narrative RPG thing. It focuses in really hard on doing a lot of interesting things with dialogue and talking about, you know, political ideologies and how they interact. It's telling a very in-depth story. Meanwhile, RimWorld is a game that basically helps you generate a story whole cloth. RimWorld calls itself a story generator, and it is being a little pretentious when it says that, but it's not being wrong. Ow. God damn it. I picked up too many things at once. Okay, one at a time. I'm gonna benefit from this lantern. Do I play Dead by Daylight and Phasmophobia? I have played Phasmophobia. I got pretty good at it, mostly because if I put myself in the right headspace, I do become entirely immune to the effects of fear. So I can just kind of run in and start doing shit. And if you start talking authoritatively enough at other people, they will also get over their fear. So it got to the point where I trivialized a decent amount of stuff by not being scared of it. Just because I was so determined to bull rush in. Ooh, I haven't tried a new map. I haven't been on Phasmophobia in a while. I haven't had, like, any kind of a reason to play it, because most of my friends fell out of it. And it's one of those, like, better as a multiplayer experience games, in my opinion. I was talking about my favorite games just a second ago. Do I stream daily? Is this series called The Daily Peak? I stream daily to, very much my own chagrin. I have kept this stream daily, in spite of my responsibilities. Last Sunday, because I work on Sunday mornings, I fully came on here and did a death percent run instead of not streaming, because I was late for work. So yes, I stream daily. It's not always long, but I do stream daily. How long have I been streaming on Twitch? Longer than on YouTube, but I feel like I'm seeing more success on YouTube. I'm getting, you know, higher amounts of viewer, like, not necessarily, like, my peak number of views has been on Twitch, but I most consistently get, like, 2 or 3 viewers on YouTube, and I think that consistency is more important. But yeah, it's been a couple years at least. Oh god, no, it's been more than a couple years, hasn't it? Ooh! I've taken a few breaks in there, but yeah, no, it's been a while. I mostly just do it for recreation. I'm not expecting much out of it, so. Aside from giving myself raw footage to use for things like, getting, like, video editing demo reels together, the moment I actually decide to do that instead of stalling as hard as possible. Now, this is a pickle. Wait. Okay, thank God. That rope was more of a safety measure. Connected on Discord or Twitter? I have a Discord server. It should be linked. If the link to my Discord server, like, below the stream has expired, please tell me. 'Cause I haven't checked. Like, I don't think it's expired, but there's the off chance I put an expiry time on there. It's like, even if it's a high one. Ow. And real quick, I want to go back to the topic of favorite games, because I talked about Disco Elysium for a little bit, which I do believe is an amazingly well-written game. Can I share my Discord ID? I am on that community server. You can find me there. But yeah. I want to go back to RimWorld, which I described as a story generator. And I said that was a pretentious title that it has very much earned, and I didn't elaborate on that very much. So as, like, it's a colony builder video game. Sent me a request, I will accept it later, probably. We'll see. I'm doing stuff. I've got a busy day. But you should definitely chat in that community Discord. Anything you want to say, you can say it there. And also, I like making new friends. Usually I like to make friends with a person before I actually accept their friend request. And that typically happens on the community Discord. Alright. RimWorld. So that game is, it is a top-down colony builder. All of the graphics are 2D, and it has a pretty extensive system of, like, random events and stuff, as well as generating characters. So every time you start out a new run, you make a new world, basically, like, entirely, which I don't love. I prefer the Dwarf Fortress way of doing it, in that respect. But Dwarf Fortress gets a little too strategy for me sometimes. I would prefer if you could deeply customize a world and then, like, do multiple runs in it. But I digress. One of the things I really love about RimWorld is that it has this, like, sci-fi setting that's really adaptable, because it basically states that humanity has reached the stars, huzzah. But humanity never develops faster than light travel. So the way it has to be is everyone gets into cryosleep and goes on, like, a 1,000-year voyage to the Outer Rim. And when you wake up, the world could be entirely different. You have to be really confident in the stability of whoever is sending you out there, if you want any help after, you know, getting frozen. But one of the most notable things is, like, every time you start out, you have, like, the classic, there's scenarios you can pick from. That will give you different, like, starting items and stuff. The, like, true RimWorld default is, Crash Landed, which is, like, Industrial Revolution era technology. Where you have, like, hit the ground, like, your ship, like, the colony ship that you were on, is getting torn apart. You have run to the escape pods with whatever supplies that were already loaded in, basically, and touched down on what is known as a RimWorld, which is a planet in the Outer Rim that is not governed by any, like, legitimate authority. There are some, like, wider scale factions out there, but they aren't like a government. There is no true, like, society in these places. There are just the people on that planet trying to figure out how to survive. Which I really like, as, like, a setting. Also, very notably, there are no aliens in RimWorld. Humanity has gone out to the stars. They don't have faster than light travel, and they have discovered that they are alone in the universe. But there's extensive genetic modification that you can do. You can make custom what are called xenotypes, which will basically, like, with the level of customization, you can turn your characters into basically aliens. Like, aliens don't exist, but humanity doesn't exist either. You know? And one of the most notable things about this setting is just, like, whatever you have decided to do when you tinker with the world generation or whatever, when you crash land, it is just in the middle of the forest with whatever components, supplies that you have managed to fit in the escape pods with you. I believe the crash landed start has, like, a pet animal that is just, like, randomly chosen from a list. So it's like, yeah, one of your colonists was frozen with their cat, and god damn it, they're gonna take that cat with them. Which I think is the cutest thing. And from there, you just have to survive. As you get expansions, you get to do stuff like xenotypes, which I've already described. Those are with the biotech DLC. Biotech also has the ability for colonists to get pregnant and have kids. Otherwise, that's not a possibility in the game, sadly. You need that one DLC to have multi-generation colonies. Which I think is worth it, but I've also bought all the DLC already. And I mostly got it on sale. From, like, Humble Bundle and stuff. There's the Ideology DLC. It lets you do a lot of, like, well, it lets you throw together an ideology, or an ideologen, which is what they call it there, which is halfway between ideology and religion, because those are noted as being separate things, but having a similar influence on the mindset of your colonists. So if you are a heavily ideological colony, that is like, oh yeah, we're hardcore communists, like atheism is a big thing here, we would not call it a religion, but it is a in-depth, like, situation. It defines the lives of my colonists regardless. So it's like, yeah, communism isn't a religion, but it still fits in this category. I appreciate them calling it that. Because it lets me do stuff like, you know, Cult of the Elder Gods, and also, like, Guild Charter, which is just, like, strict equality, and tradesman stuff. God damn it, god damn it, god damn it. I really thought I'd be able to catch that ledge. It's like both of those things can exist in this system. I like that. But RimWorld provides you with this insane level of customization. Because if you'll notice, I'm talking about the customization, I've barely gotten to the gameplay yet. Because this, like, this set of factors that you can customize is so big that you could play RimWorld infinitely and never have the same run twice. And that is not even accounting for the AI storytellers, which are, they're not like generative AI, they're classic video game AI. They're just a little algorithm that decides what events to send your way, and they do it based on a few factors, most notably colony wealth. So they're the people that make raids scale up based on how much stuff you have. People in air quotes, but you know. There's like a Randy Random, who isn't actually like entirely random, but has a high amount of variance in how much he'll send you. So it's like, yeah, usually your classic, Cassandra classic storyteller
will like level out like, okay, you have about this much wealth. This usually equates to X number of people, and like X amount of weaponry. So this is a raid that will be challenging for you, but ultimately that you can probably handle. Randy does that in a much bigger variance. So it still scales based off your wealth, but it can be like a couple tiers above or below whatever your wealth level is. Once I had a colony going with Randy, that got single-man raids for 2 years, and then was entirely destroyed by a, like, 80-person raid that I was not ready for because I hadn't had to prepare for combat before. Not really. Howdy! Bodhi 13? Is that what that is? Might be an 18. Nice to see you. But all of this customizability, all of this like variance, there's a lot of difficulty modes that also enhance everything I've talked about so far. All of that contributes to a game which is, in essence, indefinitely replayable. Like, it would be difficult to have the same run twice. You would have to really be trying. And I mean really trying. Oh, I didn't get a sausage at the previous thing, so I'm not getting one. Even if I get one at the next one, I won't get 3, not in the end. So... anyway. RimWorld, as a favorite game, pretty safe pick because it is literally like infinitely replayable. And none of this is accounting for mods, which I play with a lot of. I found this cool mod pack that's called Progression. It's focused on like starting in early technology trees, and like personally researching everything after that and developing new technologies and all that. It's really cool. I'm enjoying my time with it. But yeah, no, the game's a masterpiece. That easily falls on like my list of favorite things. It is also my most played game by a wide margin. And yeah, that's a marshmallow. Alright, real quick, I'm just noticing that I got like 9 ats. Jesus. Oh, Maeve sent me like a wave. Oh my god! Milk chocolate! My horse! Sorry. Going back to like when I was talking about Vintage Story earlier, which is another one of my favorite games for a kind of like meditative experience. Peak is good for that on a fast time scale. Vintage Story is good for that in like a building up a lot of stuff over time, putting a lot of work into it, and getting that sense of pride out of it. Like, I built this. It's a difficult game in a way that feels really rewarding. They've balanced it right, that generally speaking, when you die, it never feels like bullshit. But notably, I'm on a server called Mountain Makers, which is trying its best to expand itself. And my horse, Milk Chocolate, has 2 new siblings. I just got news from the owner of the mare that gave birth to Milk Chocolate. 2 colts. One looks like Milk Chocolate, my horse, and the other is a pure black Colt, which that's gonna be an in-demand stallion. Jeez. Yeah. Other things on my lists of favorite games. Disco Elysium is my favorite game, like hands down, as like a narrative experience, as a gameplay experience. The thing's beautiful. It's incredibly well made. And you hit things like RimWorld, which is a similar like mechanical challenge to create, but it does so beautifully, and it becomes indefinitely replayable, both with its embrace of mods and also the amount of options added, not just in the base game, but with all of the DLCs, which are all like game size expansions to the thing, and they're like $20 on top of the cost of RimWorld. Which is a lot for a DLC usually, but it is worth it in RimWorld. And yeah, without even touching on the mod community, you could play that game for like 1,000 hours and never encounter the same shit twice. Always get fucking spooked by something new every run. That kind of thing. Unless you're doing really high difficulty runs where you are just replaying the same, like, 5 days of your Neolithic tribe over and over because you keep dying. Which, also an experience I've had. Losing is fun difficulty is not bluffing. Those are my favorite games in those respects. Oh, if I think about other things on that list, Terraria was a really early favorite and an absolute inspiration. Minecraft used to be a favorite, but Vintage Story overtook it because Vintage Story, I think, does what I want from a survival crafting game better. And Minecraft has kind of pivoted into becoming like a game engine for modders to use, which I'm not going to criticize them for. Modders have done a lot of cool things with that game. It just feels like Minecraft is over-relying on that aspect of the community. Because, yeah, it's one of those things. I don't know, I've got opinions. I've got opinions on Minecraft. I don't want to start the discourse. Needless to say, it was ousted by Vintage Story because Vintage Story does what I want from the genre of game Minecraft is supposed to be, better. Granted, Minecraft, really good at being literally anything you want it to be, because you can mod it to hell and back. Quite literally. Yeah, goddamn, I really don't see a better way it could have gone there. Okay. I really don't remember how long it takes for these to pop. Oh god. Cool, got it. About that long. Oh no. That is some damage. Thank God for the cure-all. What? Balloon flight would feel a little cheap If it wasn't for the fact that it's so hard to get that many balloons. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, if you could just do this, I would never do it. Like, if this was a common thing you could do, I would hate it. But because of how rare, like, balloon bunches are, on how many inventory slots normal balloons take before you're able to fly, it is worth it and it feels amazing when you do it. In terms of, like, other games I love, though, can't think of much more. I know Dwarf Fortress is an absolutely amazing game. It strays a little too far into some of the strategy stuff that I like, because I prefer my games to be telling stories than anything else. And it can be really satisfying to do a lot of optimization stuff, but it's not typically what I'm looking for in the experience. And to immediately contradict myself, I also really love factory building games. Because when I do want that strategy, like, experience of, like, building a very intricate system that works together well, I will go to factory building games, and I will have so much fun just doing that. Ooh, is there a place for me to stand up here? Oh, barely. Barely. I don't think I can get much higher than this either. Fuck me. Okay. If I can get over there.
Lovely.
Minecraft is probably one of my favorite game engines. I'll definitely say that. You know, they've, I mean, it holds your hand a lot in terms of, like, what kinds of games you can make. It has these, like, pre-existing game modes and, like, an existing survival crafting experience. But if you're using it as, like, a gateway to get into making code and that kind of stuff, I feel like it's a real great way to get yourself to learn. And you can play with other people's existing modifications too, and those are always fun. I feel like that is the best way to think about modern Minecraft, is as a game engine. Like, modern Minecraft has become advanced Roblox. Fuck me. Okay. Fuck, I'm a little stuck here. But I'll get there. I'll get past it. Let's see if I can go a little further and find better ledges. Piton, very useful. Oh, my stamina is probably about as good as it's gonna get for a hot minute. Damn. Okay. If I can get up there, I think I'm set. Because I can see enough in the way of platforms above that that I think I can get past. Sorry, I'm locking in on the game. Outside the stuff I mentioned, real quick, I'm gonna go into my favorite section and give some honorable mentions. Terraria was an early favorite. Starbound was also an early favorite. I played it technically after Terraria, but long enough after Terraria that I'd forgotten most about Terraria. So I effectively went from Starbound to Terraria. Oh, Warhammer Rogue Trader, very good. Citizen Sleeper, that's a really good narrative game. I love that one. Tactical Breach Wizards was a wonderful, like, short strategy experience. I'm still working my way through The Demons Told Me to Make This Game. Stray Gods, the role-playing musical, amazing story. I love the music. Which you sure fucking hope, right? Rain World is an impressive feat of design, and I really wish I had the patience to figure it out. Balatro ate me for a while during finals, that kind of thing. If you want an idea of the games I like. It's clipping in the wall just a little bit. I'm sure that's fine. Lovely. Wow, I may have overestimated how platformy this is. Ooh, I may have really overestimated how easy this would be to navigate. Okay. Fuck me. I've put myself in a tricky situation. I'll get out of it, I'm sure, but right now, little tricky. Okay. Alternate routes. It looks like there's a few options. I'd love to be able to get there. I don't know if I can, but I'd love to be able to. I'm gonna go back down to around here. I know I've already been here because the fucking luggage is open. I'm gonna see if I can go this way and up into that other bit. I think I wrote it off because this bit looked awkward. Like actually getting up into the thing. But once I am up there, the platforms above seem to be a lot easier to navigate. Thing is, I might need to start from over there and go around, if I really want to make it. Fuck me. Okay. Okay. I can do this. Lava hasn't risen too far yet. I can afford to backtrack quite a bit. Hello, checkpoint flag. Okay, I want to get that. I want to get up here. I think from here I can go around to there, up to there. It looks walkable enough. Fuck me. Okay. Stamina, stamina, stamina. I need more stamina. Yes, thank you. Rescue Claw, lovely. Amazing grab. I'd like to be up there, please. Thanks for the rescue. Now I'd like to be over there. Lovely. Think I can get over there? Hell yeah. Love the rescue claw. I think that's easily one of my favorite items in this new update, as they've like brought in the roots and everything. Supping upon my energy drink once more. I think learning to backtrack has done a lot for me in this game. Because previously one of the big things that I was trying to get around is like not being able to trust my gut. That's one of the big like issues I had early on when I was playing this game. I would spend too long trying to decide on a route. I would lose a little too much in the way of like hunger, where the cold starts stacking up. God damn it. And all of a sudden I'm fucked. And it's not like because I made a bad decision, but because I couldn't make a decision at all. And that's really annoying. So one of the main things I try to train out of myself is an inability to trust my gut at all, like when I'm playing this game. And I think I have mostly bred that out of myself, but that it creates a little bit of a reliance on my gut with how I've done it. So having the ability to step back from that intuition and reason that it's like, okay, this path is not working for me. I can't keep hitting my head against this brick wall. Doing that, I think, has really helped me get to this point. The top of Ascent 7. Holy shit, y'all, I think I'm a goat. Oh my gods. Okay. 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 This moment was not real to me until I was standing on the lip of the volcano over there. I was convinced I was gonna fall in. I've got the flare on me. I forgot to cook my backpack. I don't know if I want to be a skeleton in the thing or not. There's the rope. It's so glitchy. 4, 3, 2, 1. Holy shit. Oh my god, you guys. Hour and a half. Some of the most viewers I've had on a successful run. Holy shit, you guys. I'm a goat scout. I'm blown away. I did not think I would get that on a fucking Tuesday, like a random ass Tuesday. But I have. And a new hat. God damn. All right. Let's sit back and watch the credits on this monumental occasion. Oh god, I've been playing my T-Girl music in the background this whole time. Made by Galen Drew, Kaylin, Rashby Pollock, Nick Hamden, Zoro Sevendel, Eric Sog, Eric Hendrickson, and a name I didn't read. I'm sorry. Hey, welcome back. The run went well. God damn. It really did. Many thanks, Khalifa World YT. Lovely. And thanks to whoever asked me about my favorite games. I think that was Maeve. Because that helped me zone out just enough that I wasn't too self-conscious about what I was doing. Which really helps. If I can get into like a rhythm of talking about something, weirdly it helps me focus quite a bit. And let's see how my new sash looks. Oh, wonderful. I'm on DX11, so the mirror looks awful, but... Hold on, let's photo booth it. Yeah! Giving it a big smile. I'll put on my goat horns now. Rah! Rah! Lovely. Oh, the goat horns are wonderful. I love the goat horns. Damn, you guys. Alright, this took a while to get to, but I am a goat scout. And... Fuck. Now we have hit a major turning point in the Daily Peak. I don't have any more sashes to earn. That's the top. I'm gonna put back on my pilot hat. I like it a lot. Which I think means I'm going to be coming up with weird-ass challenge modes to try and complete. I'll do a few more normal, like, Ascent 7 runs before I finalize anything. But I think I'm gonna try and beat Ascent 7 without opening any luggage next. And we're gonna see how that goes. Damn. Alright. That's the end of today's Daily Peak. I really appreciate everyone who showed up. Your viewership is always appreciated. And I will see all of you guys tomorrow. Fucking... Bye.